And it is a beautiful day in New York City, but I am sad to report it may not be a beautiful day when it comes to Rusev Day. What's going on, folks? Fred Ricciani, TSC News, your home for breaking news updates, pro wrestling interviews, and everything in between. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. So I'm walking to the pier. I'm ready to get some sun. And I noticed that Rusev not only was pulled from his match with The Undertaker at Greatest Royal Rumble. For those that don't know, let me catch you up to speed. Rusev, of all people, is booked to face The Undertaker, of all people, at Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia in a casket match. Rusev tweeted sarcastically, bury me, brother, or, bury me softly, brother. And then he proceeded to change his Twitter avi to some film coming up in a Nashville Film Festival. He lives in Nashville, by the way. Changed his header to that as well. And yeah, ironically enough, this took place around the time he was removed from the match. Michelle McCool, the former women's champion and Undertaker's real-life wife, she had complained publicly on her Twitter account because Rusev apparently said something about kicking The Undertaker's old ass on TMZ. Now, I got the impression from Michelle's Twitter that she was not really complaining. This was more just trying to hype up the match. I could be wrong, but I know Lana complained as well. I all figured it was just like tongue-in-cheek in character, but evidently maybe WWE didn't appreciate that, and they decided, hey, we're going to take him off, which kind of begs the question. Perhaps that means that those rumors of Rusev requesting his release, which at the moment are still unsubstantiated, could be real. Could it be that today is indeed Dark Friday? You know, the occasional Dark Friday that comes every quarter, every couple years nowadays with WWE, where, you know, Friday is usually a slow news day. You know, people are getting ready for the weekend and whatnot, and they decide to release a few wrestlers here and there. The most recent one came when they released the likes of Emma, Summer Rae, a few other people that I can't think of off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, look, the roster is pretty bloated. You got 4 different brands. All 4 of them tour every now and then. I mean, WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, of course, tour every week. NXT tours almost every week nowadays. And then, of course, you got 205 Live, which just ran the occasional house show or two. And you got the UK tournament coming up. So that leaves, a few empty spots coming up because they're going to have to make room for all the new talent. And to me, I look at a guy like Rusev, who has been selling very well with his Rusev Day shirts, who has been getting over with his Rusev Day chants, who has been having good to great matches for years now. And I can't help but wonder what WWE does not see in him. I don't get it. Maybe he backstage, he has a pouty face, and he's miserable, and they just don't want to deal with them. Maybe, just maybe, they're still pissed off about the fact that a few years ago it was leaked during the angle with Summer Rae and Dolph Ziggler that Rusev was engaged to Lana, who of course he is now married to. But you'd think they would have gotten over that. I mean, didn't they do a wedding on Total Divas? They're both big stars. They're both popular. I mean, I really, really can't understand. And what's annoying too is that Rusev is not just, some guy that they signed. He's their guy. Yeah, he was trained by Rikishi and Gangrel and a few other guys. But for the most part, he was developed and cultivated in the WWE developmental system. So he is technically their guy. He's not somebody from the Indies, okay? He's not somebody from Japan. And nothing wrong with those guys, but typically there's a stigma held against them. And you'd think that stigma wouldn't be held against Rusev. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe he's made it known he's unhappy. Maybe when they added him to that title match at WrestleMania, he still made his feelings clear. Hey, I'm not happy here and I'm still going to leave. I don't know. I really don't. But all I can say is that regardless of whose fault it is, there's absolutely money being left on the table when it comes to Rusev. There's also rumors that Alicia Fox today or in the near future may get released because, one, she had that confrontation with Travis Braun, which I covered, verbal confrontation, which led to her allegedly being left off of WrestleMania, although WWE did release a statement saying she was never medically cleared to begin with. And on top of that, she's been with WWE for 10 years now? A little over 10 years. She held the Divas title back in the day. Hasn't done much since. I mean, okay, she's done some stuff here and there. She was on Total Divas at one point. She was feuding with Paige for the Divas title at one point. She was with the Bellas at one point. But lately, and really feels like the last couple of years, they've really not done much with her. And I think she's actually a better worker than people give her credit for. But, given her time in WWE and the lack of things that she's been doing lately, I wouldn't be surprised if they let her go. I hope not, but That's the nature of the beast, folks. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about Alicia Fox's WWE status? What do you think of the status of Rusev Day as of right now? Sadly, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the news that he is gone sooner rather than later. But let me know. Leave a comment below. Tweet us, Facebook us. Do what you got to do. If you enjoyed this update, please like, share, take care. And as always, enjoy the matches. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Rusev Day.